Hello friends, good to see you back. This is Sketchbook Time Machine. I'm Harper, and today we're going to hitch a ride with H.G. Wells back in time to visit the Morlocks of the year 2013 and enlighten them with what is known today as a sketchbook flip through. But enough of this bullshit, let's get to it.
All right, Sketchbook Flip Through 2013. This year was called Desert Ghosts. That sounds ominous. Let's get into it. Okay, first up, looks like we have our trip to Tulum, Mexico. Excellent trip, great place. Highly suggest you check it out. Chapter 1, Tenderfoot Town. I think I called it that because I really wanted to take it back to basics this year. Okay, this lady's very excited about her outfit. And these people are trying to get to heaven. I took that into Photoshop to color it. Turned out pretty cool. It looks like this. David Copperfield. Okay, let's see. Next up, we've got a Dodgers game. I'm not really into sports, but you know what? A cold beer, watching the game on a nice day, better than a stick in the eye. Also, sports is going to come back to haunt us later in this roundup, so be ready for that, and not in a good way. Also remember that fate is always up against your will. If you keep that in mind, you'll go far. Okay, let's see. Right here I'm talking about learning After Effects. That's a beast of a program. This is some stuff from the Fuel comic, even before it was called Fuel. Wow, that is some really cool behind-the-scenes stuff that no one cares about. All right, let's see. We've got a feisty redhead on this page. Okay, slow down, Miranda. Take it easy. Okay, this side looks like this lady is trapped in that dream where you go to work wearing only your underwear. Bummer. All right, good luck with that, Christine. Here are some more naked ladies. Who would have thought it? Wow, what a surprise. Moving on. Okay, on this side, we've got more characters from the Fuel comic, from the Disciples of Chalk Mool. There you go, one of the gangs. Let's see, speaking of gangs from that, this is one of the very first times I was checking out the insignia for the back patch of one of the two main gangs in that book called The Seventh Sons. All right, there you go. That was a little too dramatic for that. I don't know what happened. Okay, that's a pretty cool jacket she's wearing. More people from that comic. This I also took into Photoshop and colored, and if I can find it, it will look like this. Doug Henning. Okay, thanks, Doug. Here's some ladies jumping around for, I don't know, maybe for something. That guy's trying to join in on their party. I don't know if he's just an uninvited guest or what. Let's see, talking about moving on this side. So interesting. Let's move on. Here's a naked lady. Here's a lady with a bow. I guess she already shot her arrow. We will help her find that a little bit later. Okay, let's see. Oh, here's me talking about how I suck at Spanish. We had just started our very first Spanish language courses, and I was horrible. It's super hard, very difficult, especially if you're an old geezer like me. Now, since then, I've ran into a lot of people who said, man, it was pretty easy. I don't know, I picked it up pretty fast. I'm not really sure what you were talking about. And to those people, I would just like to say, shut up. That is a lie. It is very hard and very difficult, and get out of here with your smarty pants stuff. All right, the takeaway here is while you're going about your daily lives and you run into people who are struggling with your native language, here's an idea. Don't be a dick about it. And maybe you can think, wow, this person knows at least 2 languages. That's impressive. Maybe I could learn something. Hey. And that, friends, is one to grow on. Naked ladies. Moving on. Okay, on this side we have more people from the Fuel comic. This is the core group of the Desert Dogs. I like that drawing still. That drawing is terrible, but mostly good. Let's see, how many times have you said that in your life? Right? Okay. Lucifer's Friend, Ride the Sky. Awesome song. Go listen to that 5 times today. Guarantee you will have a better day right away. Okay, here's some weirdos. That's a devil lock. Another feisty redhead. Okay, I think I boosted that up in Photoshop too, but I'm probably not going to put it here because she is very, very naked. Okay, here's where I'm talking about trying to set up a cool wedding anniversary. I thought I was going to be really, really romantic and fantastic, so I went to the store, bought all my wife's favorite things, got her favorite champagne, put them in a picnic basket, and told her we were going to go to brunch somewhere at a mystery place. So what we were going to do is I was going to take her to the park that we used to go to, this nice little grassy park right in the middle of the city that we used to go to all the time when we were first dating. So driving over there, I'm thinking, dude, you are doing awesome. You're going to get so many romantic points. Wow. Hats off to you, friend. So we drove clear across town, got there, and the park was flattened. Yep, the park had been raised. They were just plowed the hell out of it, and we're right in the middle of building a new sports complex. So goodbye, rolling grass hills. Goodbye, trees. We don't need you in the desert. What we need are more parking spots and hot, loud people. Okay. Wow. All right. You bitter about that much? Let's make up some kind of a transition. This is one of the good guys from the Fuel comic. Okay. Moving on. Let's see. We've got more, trying to work out more stuff from the Fuel comic. Right there. There's an iteration further of the Seventh Son's back patch. This drawing is pretty cool. It's nice and loose. Really, boom. Okay. I don't know what that is. Bup, bup, bup. Oh, more talk about Spanish. More Seventh Son's logo action. Mother's Day, what a good kid. Homemade, hand-drawn cards. That is so great. Okay, talking about the Gone Girl book trailer video that I made. No, that was not sanctioned by her. I just made it for practice. And there you go. Let's see, right here, trying to check out some roughs for a poster that we did for a project with light gray, I think. Yeah, they would send you an old book, and you had to remake the cover the way you would just do it now. So that was a pretty cool project. I got the book Almuric by Robert E. Howard. All right, this is a pretty cool look right here. I mean, the drawing itself is terrible, but the charcoal with the watercolor, I got to remember that. Try that more. Here's another charcoal butt right there. Okay, more people from the comic, the usual suspects there. There's a centipede, also from the Gone Girl book trailer video. I always like that drawing. FYI. Okay, this lady is thinking deep, deep thoughts about the universe. So cool. She's probably going to talk to Carl Sagan about that later. Some watercolor on top of that. Okay. This lady is really upset with Bobby. She is enjoying a nice tall boy in the sun, a nice cold tall boy of NASCAR soda. Here's a sort of an odd double vision shot of a lady. Okay. And let's see, spooky. Spookier. Oh, I think that was from that Almuric book. All right, I had just gotten off the phone with Rick. He was just coming up with the beginning stages of the Deadly Class comic, also now a fantastic TV show on Sci-Fi. You should totally watch it. And so I got off the phone with him and stuff, and I was just thinking, well, what would I do for the logo for the name of the school that all the kids go to? So I just started farting around, and all of these are pretty stinky, but, you know, just trying to figure it out. Okay, and then a little while after that, he asked me to do a variant cover for Deadly Class, so here's some of the roughs of that, and you can see that every time you watch one of my videos in the intro and outro. Surprise, another car. Okay. This lady is offering up all kinds of delights there. She looks oddly biblical for some reason, which is really weird for me. Let's see, Mr. Motorcycle, talking about After Effects some more. All right, let's see, this lady is enjoying her afternoon by the pool, sunning. That's probably her own pool, that's why she doesn't have clothes on, and that's probably a tasty mojito. Okay, usual suspects there, same here. Right here is, I had just reread Macbeth, and I was like, man, Thane of CAWDOR. Nobody talks about that guy. Let's make him into a cool gang, the CAWDOR Thanes. I don't know why I keep saying CAWDOR like that. I don't know. Okay, moving on. Here's where I'm trying to figure out the logo for the Fuel comic back when it was called Drag Strippers, rated R. Okay, more of that there. Okay, these two ladies look formidable, so watch out for them. This is like a sort of a caveman person thing. Okay, weird. All right, that is High Rise. He is in the Desert Dogs for the Fuel comic. And more of that. More. Comics. Okay, this is a very candid photo of a couple of best buddies right there, that you should know who those people are. Horrifying thought just now, was Lobo the first Juggalo? I don't know, that is very horrifying. Here's a spoilers for the next sketchbook flip through right there. That's the name of that year. Wow, super interesting. Okay, those guys look like tough customers. This lady is pretty spooky looking. This is like a super light, like a ink wash. Shout out to Clutch right there. This Chicas Locas I also took into Photoshop and colored, and if I can find it, it would look something like this. Harry Blackstone. Okay, this lady has, she's got a challenge for you. I mean, are you in or you out? First one to Devil's Crown takes it all. Not sure what all means, but sure. Okay, this is I was trying to come up with a character that would be a 1977 mod character. I don't know what for, can't remember. Here is more Macbeth. There's King Duncan getting it from behind. Okay, moving on. Let's see. Okay, so here's one of the gangs that was going to go up against this make-believe lady, the Argyles. Here she is on her cute scooter called the Pearl. That is so nice. Right on. Let's see, more Fuel stuff. Okay, so I was designing a print to sell, or actually this is a single piece of art to sell on eBay of Lobo. So crappy, shitty, better, best. More King Duncan. That poor guy. Very betrayed, that guy. Okay, let's see. Talking to Rick on the phone about getting re-energized and getting fired up for life. Here's a lady wearing it's a very nice gown, I guess, of some sort. I'm not sure what that was from. Okay, let's see. Blank page. And over here, we've got some drawings for another print that I sold on Etsy. It was going to be a Halloween special. It was a bunch of motorcycle zombies, and it looks like this. Bling. Yep, so I wanted to print 31 of them in, as a salute to the 31 days of Halloween, and I sold exactly, guess how many? That's right, none. Whew, I know, I couldn't believe it either. Right there, for the throttle zombies. Am I surprised? A little, yeah, which in itself is a little surprising. I mean, I'm no stranger to the ZFG, but zombies in October, the week a new series of Walking Dead begins, I'm stumped. And that's when I gave up trying to figure out what people wanted to buy. Here's some more Halloween stuff on this side, oddly enough. Okay, let's see. Usual suspects there. And here is another print that I did that a few people actually did buy for Day of the Dead. All right, let's see. Here's another sort of oddly biblical, more like fantasy, sort of Tolkien kind of looking lady. For some reason, I don't remember. Main bad guy from the Fuel comic. Okay, here's trying to figure out the Desert Dogs back patch insignia. Started off with a side view of the dog and then said, nope, go to front view. That's the ticket, rock and roll. Here is another single piece of art that I made for eBay to sell. This is Death from the Endless on a Triumph. There's the rough, and looks like this is basically the finished drawing. All right, and no one cared about that either, so I ripped it up and threw it in the garbage. Here's another drawing of Death, and I think that was actually a piece of the drawing that I did. So interesting. What great stories you have. Okay, let's see. Here's the Fuel logo, obviously. Trying to figure out what that looks like. More Desert Dogs logo. Yada, yada, yada. Okay. Another redhead. What's with redheads this year? I don't know. just sort of a thing. Just experimenting with some watercolor with some acrylic on top of it. All right, I'll have to remember that. Check that out again. Okay, let's see. Here's some ladies in some fancy underwear. This lady, oddly enough, kept her heels on because she's got to go somewhere right now in a hurry. Probably, she seems like a VIP, so we'll let her go. Okay, what do we got here? This is, I was just starting the book trailer for a book called The Devil's Workshop, part of the Murder Squad series by Alex Grecian. Very good book. I actually read all of them. They are cool. And that was actually commissioned by Random House and Penguin, so that was kind of a big deal. I was very psyched about that. Turned out cool. All right, what's over here? Okay, this lady, I redrew that on another piece of paper, and turned out pretty cool, but just for fun. Okay, and if I could turn the page, let's move on. Okay, here's another print that I did to sell on Etsy that actually sold really well. A couple of guys playing guitar. It looks like this. Bling. Okay, moving on. Let's see. More figure drawing. Some of these turned out pretty cool. I like that movement on that one. Some of them look pretty good. All right. A couple pages full of fun there. Okay, that looks like the end. What do we got? Some loose leaf. This was like a little mini test painting. The drawing is horrible, but just wanted to try out this roller technique with some acrylic. And then later I turned that into a gig poster for Calexico. I mean, they didn't buy it or anything. I just made it for fun. Okay, moving on. Let's see. What do we have? Let's figuring out some more stuff for the Fuel comic. Surprise. And so is that. That's Frankie. I don't know why she has a tiny car, but okay, good luck. Let's see. This is also more characters from the book, as you might imagine. And this is just a sloppy fun watercolor ink wash or something. Who knows? Okay, that's going to do it for 2013. What do you say we come up with some sort of a wrap-up? Let's say it's the top 3 things I learned this year. Sounds great. Okay, let's do it then. Number 1, experiment more. Yep, break the rules, go nuts, try new materials, because this is the place for failures, screw-ups, and outright so go for it. Number 2, write stuff down. Yep, that's right. Write it down right away. You got a cool idea for a story? Write it down. You got a cool idea for an OC? You guessed it. Write it down, or else you will definitely forget it. And number 3, the classics. Yep, that's right. You can't think of anything to draw? Staring at a blank page? Well, cheer up, friend, because I've got the answer. The classics. I'm talking about Greek mythology, Shakespeare, music lyrics, movies, books. You can't come up with any ideas? Go to the classics, because I 100% money back guarantee that if you head back to them, you will come up with kick-ass ideas.
Well, that's it for today. Thanks for watching. If you thought this video was pretty awesome, give it a thumbs up. If you thought it sucked, break my spirit, crush my dreams, and give it a thumbs down. And if you want to see all future videos, please subscribe to my channel. That would be cooler than a metallic blue 77 Camaro with T-tops. And if you do subscribe, make sure you hit the notifications bell. And that way you'll never ever miss another sketchbook video right here on the Time Machine. Later.